Morning everybody, how you all doing? So this video I'm going to be talking to a very specific group of people. The people who came to my video yesterday entitled "Why I'm Not Going to the Free Speech Rally on the 13th of September. I'm talking to those people who called me a coward. Now, I soon realised that these people weren't long-time subscribers or weren't even subscribers at all. They just saw the video on YouTube, they read the title, didn't bother to watch the video and just commented coward, or listened to the first part of the video and just said, yeah, it's a poor excuse. Now I want to ask these people, how many protests have you been to where it's just been you on your own, standing toe to toe with Stand Up to Racism in your hometown? How many protests have you done like that? How many counter protests have you done where it's just you on your own counter protesting Stand Up to Racism? Now you may or may not have done that. I have, and I've got the receipts on my channel to prove that. You see, the thing is about the 13th of September, and I'm not knocking anybody for going. I think it's a necessity. I think the people of this country need to see big protests like the one down in London, because it may not have any effect on our political class, but it will encourage others to come out and protest, to feel like they're not alone, to feel like they can come out and protest and make a difference. That's why it's important. That's why I went out on my own in my hometown and counter-protested Stand Up to Racism on my own. Because it was to not only to show Stand Up to Racism that there were people in the town that stood against them, even if it was just me. It's still somebody in that town that doesn't agree with them, that stands against everything that they stand for. And that's why I did it. I did it for that, and to encourage others to go out and protest on their own as well. People power. One person can make a difference. Tommy Robinson has proven that, as have other people. Paul Golding, Nick Tenconi. One person can make a difference. You've just got to have the courage to go out there and do it. And to those people that called me a coward, just how brave is it anyway to stand in a crowd of thousands in the most safest protest you're probably going to go to, because you're going to be surrounded by security. The police are not going to let Stand Up to Racism anywhere near the protest in London. There's going to be stewards surrounding you. So I'll ask you this question: how brave is it exactly to stand in a crowd of thousands? Is it braver to stand on your own with no security, no bodyguards, no stewards, and stand toe to toe with Stand Up to Racism? Because that's what I've done. I've got the receipts on this channel. I went to the May Day rally at the beginning of the year. Had my phone stolen. Now, there were hundreds of communists, lefties, and just me on my own, counter-protesting them. And I was a perpetual thorn in their side all the day. It doesn't matter if you have a majority, if you're wrong. You're still wrong. That's what they don't understand. And I was a perpetual thorn in their side. And the only thing they could do at the end of the day to shut me up was to turn to criminality and steal my phone on that day. That's the only way they could shut me up. They lost the battle. They lost the war that day because I made them resort to type. I made them resort to what they actually were: criminals, and on the wrong side of history on everything. I forced them to do that. And again, I went to another protest where they were doing a Free Palestine protest on my own. I got threatened. Didn't deter me. The year before that, I went to the previous May Day rally where an Antifa thug tried to intimidate me. Didn't move me on. Didn't deter me. I've got all the receipts on my channel to prove in no uncertain terms that I'm not a coward. Can you say the same? Can you say the same? This is Vindicator, signing off.